thunderstorm. Okay, I'm once again doing what I said last time was pretty ineffective, was just randomly popping into a live stream without announcing it, without doing any planning, just dropping on in here. And I'm multitasking. I'm getting ready to ship another two stands overseas to the Netherlands. So that's what I'm doing. Waiting to see if anyone pops in. Once we get a couple people in here, I'll talk about the subject matter of the video. Sounds good. Okay. So that should go like that. These overseas addresses are still quite confusing to me. 1402 PT Bussum. Russian PT. Okay. PT TPT Brussels. Okay, alright, I think I got the address right. So sales of the stands. This is a 3.5 stand. I was selling 3.4s, and I still have a couple 3.4 stands out there. This is a 3.5 stand that I'm disassembling. And the difference between a 3.4 stand and a 3.5 stand is this little piece here. I thickened this up so you have more surface area in this slot, just to make it even more secure than it was. A byproduct is it's a little stiffer getting in, but it makes it more stable. So 3.4 stands work fine. I've been using it for one of my wheels for a month and a half, but this is just the next iteration on the stands. And the gentleman in the Netherlands, he opted for two identical stands. This is silver sides with black bottoms, two of them. And I do appreciate people that have given me feedback on the stands, because it's all good advice, and even if I don't implement it right away, there's a good chance I could take your suggestion down the road. So never be hesitant to give me your suggestions. Alright, so this is a long trip to the Netherlands, so we're going to try to pack this stuff in a way that it doesn't move around too much. And if you're in here in chat, feel free to say something. I see two people watching, no one talking yet. It seems like no matter, at least so far, wherever I've shipped to in Europe, the shipping's been identical through stamps.com. It's like $23 shipping, basically, even for a box like this. So shipping's not horrible, and I guess they're relatively quick. I mean, I think in every situation it's gotten there in less than 5 days, maybe. Some situations it's gotten there in 3 days, which I couldn't believe. All right, I really need to buy some padding. Wasting money using these envelopes that I could use for normal shipping. I'm kind of using them as padding right now, which is not the most cost-effective way to do this, for sure. But if you look at the ledger for my 3D printing store, you you would see that this is not a very big money-making endeavor for sure. But it's still fun. I'm still enjoying doing it, so I keep doing it. All right, I'm gonna put these in. I'm also working on an updated version of the bases as well. Just FYI. Again, based on some feedback I got from one of the people that bought one of my stands. Anybody here yet? Nope. Two watching. Okay, let's see. Where should we put this one in? I do actually have some packing material left. I didn't realize that, but I don't feel like taking the ones out of the envelopes, so we're just going to use this stuff. Grumpy man. I don't know. I'm here, dude. I'm just waiting for more than one or two people to be here. You know, although a decent amount of people watch stuff on playback, so I guess you could always count on that. Yeah, I never really thought about all the ancillary expenses involved in doing this 3D store for electric unicycle stands. And you have just all these little, outside of the obvious cost of the plastic filament that's used to make them, you have stuff like this, packing materials, these boxes, all my stamps.com account. You know, I have a couple $100 on that I've spent so far. And see, one of my problems is I don't charge enough for shipping. On pretty much, other than the overseas orders where I charge them exactly what it costs me, I lose money on shipping. So I probably need to revisit that and at least charge what I'm actually paying. Because like on a, if I send something priority mail and they pay the $5 base shipping fee, it's it costs me a minimum of $7, so I'm losing 30% on that every time. But so far, I'm not losing any sleep over it. Okay. So Rocky, you've heard me talk. Do you think I'm grumpy? No. I can be grumpy, definitely. Without a doubt. Alright, I got everything in there. Feels pretty secure. Put that in my nice, neat storage facility. Okay. You have to buy big bulk at the big box stores. Bubble wrap, yeah, I should. But I mean, usually what I've been doing is, you know, I get a lot of stuff from Amazon, so I've been trying to just reuse that packing material if at all possible, but I just happen to not have any right now. So that's why I'm scouring the house looking for substitutes. Alright, so let's see what this weighs. That's the other thing with these stands, with these 3.X stands, they weigh more than the other versions. So, okay, so two of those are roughly 2 pounds and 10 ounces. So, let's just verify. That's okay, Rocky. You can make fun. That's good. Okay. Although I wonder if Colton will come in my stream. I doubt it. I don't think Colton likes me anymore. I don't know that he liked me before, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't like me now. Okay, so here we go. 2 pounds, 10 ounces. What? Oh, come on, really? That doesn't make me happy. Oh wow. So if you go over 2 pounds, it jumps the shipping up $11. Son of a bitch. See, this is the kind of stuff that I constantly run into. You know, I'm not a cheapskate, so I don't want to make the guy that's buying this pay the price for me not realizing that once you go above 2 pounds, the price jumps 50% more or less when you're shipping internationally. So that's kind of a bummer, but yep, it sure does. 2 pounds is $22.33 to ship to the Netherlands, and 2 pounds 1 ounce is $33.96. Yep. All right. Well, again, I'll be losing money on this one, but it's my fault, not theirs. All right. So we got that in there. Oh wow, Eddie Moy says that. Oh, that's interesting. Eddie Moy, I commented on his video, which is kind of tied into my grumpy old man title for this one. Something happened with his V10F, and I asked, and I told him that I liked all the reviews of the V10F. It seems like a really nice wheel, and he said that he would wait for an 18L, a KingSong 18L. So that makes me think that he is somewhat negative about the V10F. I'm curious why. I guess I'll ask him. All right. I don't think he hates me yet. Give it time. All right. Okay, I think I got everything I need in here. Hammer stand 22. Okay. All right, so we're going to print this label. Feel free to, Rocky. My wife said I'm not grumpy. Oh, so you're. Oh, okay. I remember. I have such a hard time keeping people straight, man. Because I'm between YouTube and all my other online endeavors. I have a really hard time keeping everyone straight. But yeah, I remember you talking about your wife. Okay. Print $33.96 to ship to the Netherlands. More than 2 pounds. Just FYI, in case you're considering doing it in the future. Alrighty. And your wife asking for Cindy. Cindy is teaching class right now. Tuesdays and Thursdays she teaches class. She teaches a spin class actually. So that's why she's not here when I start my stream on these days. So, but she'll probably show up here in the end. Okay. Alright, so Remit, if you're watching this stream or you see it at a later time, your package will go out tomorrow. And please let me know how you like it. Yeah, just I had someone else bought two of those stands from Arizona, and they went out yesterday. So the new version was kind of slow to start, but now I've sold all but I think I have two left. So yeah, people are trying them out, which is cool. Let's move this a little bit. Okay, so now we have 4 people. Oh, when are we getting demo wheels? Yeah, that's another thing I want to talk about. I thought it was funny that the way that I heard about me getting the Z10 was basically on the forum. I had talked to Jason months ago about me meeting up with him and maybe getting an early version of the Z10 to try, but we haven't really talked about it since then. But then I saw on the forums that evidently House of Job was sent the V10, too many wheels, was sent the Z10 to test, and then he's supposed to send it to me, and then I'm supposed to send it to Colton, and then Colton is supposed to send it to Marty. So that's the way I found out about it, which is awesome. And then I read further that Jason's hoping to do the same thing with the KingSong 18L. So that'll be awesome to be able to get my hands on those wheels before I buy them, and run through their paces to really get a good feel for what I think about them, and how they impress or don't impress me. So I think that'll be really cool, and I think it'll be interesting for people too to get the 4 different opinions, because all 4 of us definitely are different type riders. So I think it'll be interesting to get that feedback, see how it goes. But as of now, I have not heard any dates or when I'm going to get it or how long we're going to get to keep it. But I'm basically hoping to do 2 things when I get the wheels. Well, 3 things probably. Take it to the school and do the little putts around stuff, you know, the tight maneuvering, backwards, all that kind of stuff. Take it on an open road ride, probably to Dunkin' Donuts, see how it does, flat out, you know, road cruising. And then hopefully take it over to the swamp. I think that would be an awesome test for the wheel. Of course, if the wheel lets me down when I'm in the middle of the swamp, that could be a bad thing potentially, but it would be interesting. I could bring my alligator repellent, you know, for that ride. So, but yeah, I hope it works out, because that'll be great. But I have to tell you, with all the negativity about the Z10 I've been hearing lately, it just does. I feel much less positive about it than I did. That's for sure. And I still have that deposit in with Jason at E-Wheels, but I have not locked into anything yet. So we'll see if my choice varies. My fame has its privileges. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm famous for looking like an absolute idiot when I was trying to ride, and then evolving into at least a competent rider at this point. So if anything, I just hope that gives people hope, you know, that even if you look as awkward and silly as I did when I was first riding, you can still do it. You just gotta stick to it. So we're up to we're down to 3 people. Oh well, okay. So anyways, what I was talking about in the title, or what I was referring to, was I find myself getting annoyed with some of the stuff that I'm seeing posted online in social media, on YouTube, by EUC riders, and I don't know. Well, maybe I do know that a lot of it has to do with probably my position in life. You know, I'm now 50 years old. Even though in many ways I'm very immature, just like Cindy. I think with age comes awareness, and I think that I'm more aware of how what I do can potentially affect others. And to be honest, when I was younger, I don't think I had that awareness. I thought about my sphere of influence, my direct sphere of influence, and nothing else. So, and that's not uncommon, I don't think. So, but anyways, I mentioned earlier about Colton. A week ago, 2 weeks ago, he posted some video about. It was titled something along the lines of "Dominating the Streets of Denver, Dominating City Streets." And when I watched that video, and this isn't anything new because I've seen him do similar things before, I saw Colton doing all sorts of risky behavior and stuff that where he's riding, zipping in and out on pedestrian walkways, sometimes with pedestrians present, at high rates of speed, coming up behind them, not even facing them, so that they don't necessarily know that he's there, and just zipping by them with not a lot of clearance. And I basically flagged that as reckless behavior and stuff that could really affect the EUC community negatively, because the first time someone moves left when Colton thought he was going to move right, and he runs into them and causes them bodily harm, it just sets the ball rolling for all kinds of bad things happening, over legislation, overreaction, which is something I've seen to the nth degree with the drone industry and drone hobby. It's there's just it can become such a polarizing thing from people that don't understand it, people that don't know anything about drones. They overreact to them. The exact same thing can happen with electric unicycles. That they'll stereotype it and they'll say, hey, they're reckless, and it's only one wheel. Look how dangerous that is. That's crazy to allow them on pedestrian walkways. That's what I'm trying to avoid, even though I don't know that it's avoidable. Hopefully it is. But anyways, I commented on that, and I also commented on something that I thought I heard him say that really seemed inappropriate, but then he corrected me and said that he didn't say that. It sounded like that, but it wasn't. So I apologize for that comment. But I did not apologize for being critical of the way that he chose to ride. And he didn't react positively, and he sent me a private message on Facebook saying things that I don't need to dig him up, but it was let's just say it was something that I'm not surprised someone his age would say. Let's just say that. So but anyways, my point, and I dropped it, after I left my initial comment and a reply to his reply, and that was it. So my attitude basically is, as far as he's concerned, just, he rides the way he rides, and hopefully he avoids the scenario that I'm trying to avoid for the community. That I just don't want to see that. And again, if that's me being an old grumpy man, I guess it's me being an old grumpy man. I don't know, but I kind of view it as just kind of being considerate of others, which is something that I generally try to do in my daily life. So, and this links to what I was talking about with Eddie. Eddie posted a video today of him riding his V10F, and which I guess he just recently got. And in the title, again, it talks about his crash. He had a crash. Unfortunately, and it's not, again, this is human nature, but when you put stuff like crash and fall, it's people want to see that. It gets views, and I understand that. I've had EUC videos where I've mentioned my crash, especially like when I crashed when I was learning. I put that in the title, and people find that entertaining or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, my point was, during the ride, Eddie, he verbalized, he said, okay, I'm going to go as fast as I can, and repeatedly during the ride, he developed wobbles, and he commented how he was, I guess he had already ridden a lot, and he was feeling tired, and but he kept pushing, he kept riding the V10F at the warning level, and several times during the ride, he had some bad wobbles, and then finally, he hit the speed limit, tried to slow down, got bad wobbles, and fell off the wheel backwards, and the wheel kept going down the street. It was hard to tell because obviously he was holding the camera just how far it went, but it was upright for I would say a good 5-6 seconds from the way he described it, and then it finally fell over on its side. I don't know, 50 yards down the street or something like that. And again, I just flagged that as that it seems like it wasn't very safe behavior. You say that you're tired, but at the same time you're going to push it as fast as you can go, riding it on the warning beep for good content, I guess. And again, this isn't new behavior. It seems like it's almost like a lemming mentality. Like we see other people pushing it on the edge, so I got to get that out there as well because that's what people like. And I just and then that also leads into one-upsmanship. Okay, well, this guy did something that was this dangerous, so to get noticed, I need to do something this dangerous, and then the next guy needs to do something this dangerous. And I don't know. I don't subscribe to that theory, and that's not something that I agree with. So yeah. Oh, gas. Okay. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Chooch's Colton. Chooch, I think his channel is called Chooch Tech. So yeah, that was my point of that. It seems like and most of the time, because I see it a lot. I mean, I've seen this behavior a lot, and most of the time I just bite my tongue. But just sometimes it just, I don't know. You had that guy a couple streams ago, Ron from Miami, that was doing that crazy stuff that someone pointed out to me. Intentionally running the Tesla to cut out, and a huge wreck and just missed the car, and I don't know. I just don't like that. It's just my behavior, not my behavior. I don't like that behavior. So, but it's America, so you do what you want. But if someone does something that negatively affects the hobby that I love, I'm not going to be happy about it, and that's ultimately what I'm trying to avoid. But you can't control other people. Yeah, Chooch, yes, he has been not lately. I mean, I've watched Chooch videos for a long time, and I've seen a lot of reckless stuff. And again, he's young. You can chalk it up to that. Rocky, you worry about his want-to-bees? What does that mean? Want-to-bees? I'm not sure what that means. But I remember, well, I'm not even going to bring that up. No point. With age comes wisdom, some say. Some say that's not true. Yeah, I saw him scare the lady on the sidewalk, and I saw him buzzing down the pedestrian walkway in front of, I think it looked like an airport. I'm not sure. It looked like an airport, maybe it wasn't, but yeah, I saw all that. Yep. Oh, imitators, yeah. Well, that's exactly my point. That's the way things go, Look at twerking, look at eating Tide Pods, look at fidget spinners. Like I said, America is not just America, but lemming mentality is very, very rampant in society today. Everybody wants to imitate others, and a lot of them want to take it to the next level. You did this, okay, well, I'm going to do that, and then you're going to do that, and it has the potential to end in a very, very ugly place. Hello. Oh, hello, Missile. Are you at work again? Seems like you're always working around this time. I'll be right back. I gotta turn the oven on. Guess what? Guess one of my projects that I'm going to be working on, and it has nothing to do with EUCs. Kind of has something to do with 3D printing, but really, not really. This is what we're doing: a skim-scam scanner. It's basically a scanner that you build from a few components that's used to detect credit card skimmers at gas stations. Got that plan out of Make Magazine. Gonna see if I can do it. I bought the components off Amazon, and yep, gonna try it. It requires a considerable amount of soldering, which I'm not great at, but hopefully I can get it all together. And the case that you put it in is a 3D printed case. Comes with a real small LCD screen and a single board. I think it's a Pi Zero. I don't remember. But yeah, it's a very simple device, but supposedly it works. So we'll find out. Oh, you're running the KS16? Okay. Oh, so Missile, you know who we're talking about as well? Chooch? Yeah. Yeah. He's becoming famous or infamous, depending on your viewpoint, I guess. EUC's getting popular around paragliding circles? No. What do you mean? They why would they get popular for that? As far as launching, you get on EUC to launch, and then you fly away. Sounds like it might be bad for the EUC once you get airborne. Oh, so you know Chooch? Okay. So maybe what's your opinion of it? I mean, I'm sure he's a good kid. I mean, I don't know him other than what he puts out there on YouTube, but I think he's just a kid, Sure, he's a good guy. Oh wow, we're up to 9 watching. Good. It'd be so nice if Marty showed up, but you know, him being on the West Coast, that kind of makes it difficult. Oh, you just mean the paragliding people like EUCs? Okay, well, like, yeah, I could see that. So it's kind of a, they're both fun and invigorating in their own ways. So yeah, I can see that. The mentality for someone willing to try paragliding, also being willing to learn to ride an electric unicycle. So yeah, I could see that correlation for sure. Oh yeah, he's definitely very skilled. He's a great rider. But like I voiced in the comments, which I think he actually hid my comment or something. I think it's not public for whatever reason. Maybe it made too much sense. But you can't account for what other people do. Just ask motorcycle riders. You know. Yeah, even if you could be the best rider on the planet, if someone does something stupid and you're not giving them the space to accommodate for their stupidity, you lose. I didn't realize it too. I think Eddie is the same guy that has a couple Teslas. Is that the same guy? Does Eddie have a bunch of Teslas? Like a Model X and a P90 or something like that? Because if so, he had another channel on YouTube. I don't know if it's still there, but because his voice sounded very familiar. Because if it is him, I think he actually is one of the first ones I saw that had a Mini Pro way back when, and that kind of is it him? Who's Eddie? That's the job? No, Eddie Moy is his name, and I think that's his name on YouTube. Let me look. I mean, if you want to see the video that I was talking about today. Eddie Moy. Yeah, his channel is Eddie Moy, M-O-Y, and the name of the video is Inmotion V10F High Speed Ride Around the Neighborhood, Take 2 and First Fall. That is the name of his video and the name of his channel. Yeah, and as far as riding around pedestrians, ride around pedestrians, but just slow down. I mean, I swear to God, in that video that I commented on, he was doing 20 plus miles an hour, going by people from behind with, I don't know, 2 feet clearance, maybe, in some situations. It's just not smart, in my opinion. The old grumpy EUC guy opinion. Nope, down to 5. Nope. Someday, maybe by the end of this year, I want to have a stream where I have 50 people watching. That's my goal. But I'm going to probably have to do things like formally plan it and announce it for that to happen, I guess. And like someone suggested before, it'd be cool to do a collaboration, like where if I had a Skype call going with like Marty, for example, and you know, you could stream that at the same time. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, the one wheel, yeah. I would think the one wheel would suck to carry. That's for sure. Although, doesn't the new model have a grip handle built into the board or something? I thought I saw that. That wheel never interested me much for one reason. Well, I guess it's probably because I'm not a skateboarder. I never did any serious skateboarding when I was a kid, so I don't know. Motorized skateboards and one wheels, they don't interest me. Although a one wheel does seem to have much more flexibility in riding than a boosted board or an electric skateboard, just because of the big, fat, soft tire. At least you can go over a lot more terrain than you can on a electric skateboard. Oh, first gen, yeah. Yeah, you're probably right, Rocky. It probably is House of Joe, but yeah. Actually, I thought that in my head and still said has a job. I don't know why. Stupid. You like Sly Dog Stroh's one-wheel riding? I never heard of him. Never heard of him. I saw a video of a new channel today that he actually has a lot of subscribers, like 57,000. But I guess it's primarily a car channel. But he also is into EUCs. And let me see. His channel name is the Topher. Topher, and like he has a review of the Inmotion V10F after riding it 100 miles. I thought he did a really good job. And like I said, his channel is pretty substantial, 57,000, but it is mostly car review stuff. But it seems like his thing is like first-person perspective. That's the way most of his videos are shot, his car videos and his V10F video as well. But yeah, if you're looking for some good feedback on the V10F, I would recommend that video. It was good. The Topher, yeah. Who's Topher? Topher is the guy that has the one wheel as well? Oh, so Missile, you ride the boosted boards as well? I don't know what an Evolve is. What's an Evolve? Not sure. Yeah, I'm getting the chats mixed up. So, okay, so Gas, what made you not want to buy it? Topher's video made you not want to buy the V10F? That's cool that at least you have enough people around you to do group rides. So what was it about Topher's video made you not want to get a V10F? Because he said that it didn't accelerate that hard and didn't brake that hard? Because that really was the only negative thing that I saw in that video that he said about it, and it wasn't like strongly negative. Yeah, it didn't brake as well. Like something like an M Super probably brakes harder, I'm sure. KingSong, I don't know. If I get one to test, I'll let you know though. I haven't heard that feedback by the V10F not turning well. No, I haven't heard that feedback. Actually, on that video by the Topher today, he kind of said the opposite, that if he felt like it turned quite well, and he liked that the pedal height was higher, so there's less chance of dragging the pedals. But anyways, yeah, I wish I had unlimited funds that I could have one of everything that I want. Because if I did, I'd have a Z10. Hell, I'd have a lot of wheels. I'd have an M Super X. I'd probably have KingSong 16S and a 16L. I don't know that I would, because they'd be overlapping. I have a hard time owning wheels that overlap, because right now I have a Monster, M Super, M10-3, and we have Cindy's V10, V5F, and they all kind of have their own niche. But like when you start getting wheels like an M Super and a M Super and a 16S, or an M Super and a V10F, you're kind of overlapping segments. So unless you're Marty, you're probably not going to wind up doing that. Yeah, I'd be Marty, alright. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm glad he can do that. It's awesome for him, and he is so into the hobby. Even though I saw that he evidently he's not posting as much on the electric unicycle forum. I saw a little bit of negative interactions going on in there, and I get the feeling that it might turn him off a little bit. Gas. Yes, supposedly I am getting the Z10 to test, and yes, I am excited about it. I'm most excited about being able to test it before I would buy it. I think that's very exciting, because it's a rather large investment, as you all know. So I am excited about being able to test that, and hopefully also the 18L. Let's see how I like that. Oh yeah, Vanessa. Yeah, I saw that as well. The guy trying to act like he was going to kick Chooch off, and I've heard him talk about people doing that before. And again, I do have it might be the same people, and if that's the case, maybe they are tired of him riding very fast down sidewalks, and I could understand that. Although obviously, I don't recommend that you try to trip an EUC rider. That's oh, okay. Alexa just reminded me I have to put the risotto in the oven, so let me do that. Alexa, cancel. Where don't you go anymore, Missile? You don't go to the electric unicycle forum? Why is that? I mean, I saw some of the interaction that was kind of negative involving Marty, and to me, that's unavoidable on any forum. You're going to always get people to do that, you know, and it's just a matter of how you deal with it, I guess. I don't know. I usually like to deal with that with humor in most cases. You know? It's kind of disarming. Risotto. You use short grain or real risotto rice? I don't know. You'd have to ask Cindy. She made this. We were given some acorn squash by a friend of hers. So she made acorn squash risotto yesterday, and we're just reheating it tonight. I think she uses risotto rice. I've seen it before. I'm not much of a cook. I keep my cooking very simple. Cindy loves to cook. She loves to bake. So yeah, I'm lucky. So what, is there short grain risotto rice? I don't know. I thought all risotto rice was long grain. It's funny, like, even though, like I said, I don't cook at all, Cindy and I for years have watched all of these cooking shows. Like, I love watching all the Gordon Ramsay shows, MasterChef, all that kind of stuff. I love Hell's Kitchen, all that kind of stuff. Again, even though my cooking is very limited, you know, I could cook a piece of fish. I know how to steam broccoli. But like when I was a bachelor, in between when I got separated and I met up with Cindy, my cooking was very, very limited. I think I made some rice for myself, but most meals involved broccoli and a piece of fish, and not a lot more. And whatever meals I could get from Trader Joe's, you know, those pre-made meals. Trader Joe frozen meals are at least somewhat healthy. So yeah, that was my diet and my cooking. I know how to make Pop-Tarts. Those are good. Cereal. Arborio rice. Yeah. I think we do have that. Okay, Vanessa. Cheating is using regular rice. Okay, see, I don't know that. Fried risotto balls. I never heard of such a thing. Okay, Duff. I watch your videos and find them informative. Question: in riding your EUCs, do you find them straining on the knees, or is that just isolated to myself? Straining on the knees in what way? What do you mean? Like pressure? Like the pressure of your knees, or your knees like aching? I'm trying to think if I ever, even in the learning process, had problems with my knees. Tightness in your knees? No, I don't think so. But you know, I'm kind of naturally bow-legged, so my knees kind of angle away from the wheel. If you're knock-kneed, I could see that maybe that would be more of an issue. Like when I see Marty riding, he kind of looks like he has a knock-kneed stance, whereas I'm much more bow-legged, and my calves and knees hardly touch the wheel. So, oh, once you stop running, your knees feel tight. No, I cannot say that I've had that. It's if there's tightness to be had after a ride, it's always my feet hurt and my calves hurt, but no, not my knees. I wonder if you're locking them, or if you're carrying a lot of tension in them. Do you ride with your legs in a overly bent position? I could see that causing some knee fatigue or possible pain. You know, so especially when you're doing more aggressive riding, you know, you'll have your knees in a more bent state to act like shock absorbers. But I'm typically not in that position, so maybe I'm just lucky. Vanessa, what kind of wheel do you have? Let's see. Okay. I tried bending in, riding straight up, and your knees still hurt. Yeah, I don't know. Do you just have bad knees? I mean, I have bad knees. I had my right knee scoped twice, actually, for meniscus damage, and my left knee's not a lot better. But I do still run and stuff, even though I probably shouldn't. But yeah, my knees aren't great. But I had not found that EUC riding really aggravates them, luckily. Oh, one other thing, just and I touched on this earlier with my comments back and forth with Eddie, because in my last reply I said that I was interested in riding the V10F based on the positive feedback, and Eddie replied back that he would go for a KingSong 18L instead. So I will have to find out why that is. Maybe it's because he gets the wobbles and falls on a V10F. I don't know. So none of you guys know if Eddie is the same guy that has the Teslas. I'm pretty sure he is. You prefer 18s over 16s, yeah. Oh, you run marathons? Okay, well, yeah. You definitely probably have suspect knees. That's a lot of pounding. The farthest I've ever run is half marathons. I did 4 of them. Probably, but my last one was 5 years ago, something like that. I weighed probably 10 pounds less when I was doing that kind of distance, and yeah, it's rough in the knees. When I see a lot of older people that were runners, they typically have various issues: knees, hips, feet. Yeah, running isn't the best sport for older people, I would say, but there are some exceptions. Yeah, good for you, man, or woman, sorry. Running a full marathon is no joke. It is no joke. And just the amount of training required to do that, I mean, you got to really put the miles in. What sort of time did you get in your last marathon? Like, my best time in a half was my last half marathon I ran. I did 1:54 or something, and that was my PR. And age-wise, are you close to me? Because I'm 50. So, the older you get, the more of a problem that can become. Oh, geez. Okay, so you're fast. Yeah, it's a 3:57 marathon is great. Yep. Okay, and you're right around my age as well. Yeah, good for you. You would beat me soundly. The only running I do anymore is once a week. I'll run like a 5K distance at the local track, and that's it. Yeah, I'm only running once a week, and running once a week, you're not gonna really improve. You're not gonna get significantly faster or be able to up your distance much. So I just kind of do it just to maintain cardio. You know, I go to the gym five days a week, and I just try to keep at least a base level of running endurance, so I can at least go out and do a 5K if I want to. You know, like a race or something. But obviously, I'm not going to win because I'm running. I'm on my training runs now. I'm running. If I push it, a low 9 pace, which is not very fast. So, about 3D printing. Have you ever considered using prints to create molds via the PLA loss method or something similar? No, I have not. I have seen it. I have seen people use 3D printing to make a mold that they put a cast around and use it to make metal parts. So it is doable, but I don't have an application where I need it, and I'm not curious enough about it to want to do it myself. But yeah, I have seen that done. Another one of my favorite shows, Forged in Fire. So maybe I should consider that more. But again, almost like the cooking shows that I watch, I have no history with being a forge or a bladesmith or whatever. But I find that show interesting. So. Let's see here. So Vanessa, you live in Louisiana, or you just did a half marathon there? Oh, Virginia. Okay, cool. Yeah, and I don't think there's anyone in here that's one of the people that follow my automotive themed videos, but just FYI, my Prius, which had the red triangle of death, which means that the hybrid battery dies, is still working. I had a company come out and replace it for me on Sunday with a rebuilt battery, and there was a little bit of a oh shit moment where the day after, on Monday, I had the error condition come back, which indicates some sort of problem normally with the hybrid battery system. But I did a couple things that they suggested, which basically was just reseating something, and knock on wood, I've now gone 2 full days without that light coming back. So yeah, the red triangle of death is something that Prius owners are very familiar with, because it means if you're not resourceful, and if you just go to a dealer and do what the dealer says, you'll spend probably close to $4,000 to get a new battery. So with a 10-year-old vehicle, I did not see that as something that made sense. Yeah, good for you for traveling, Vanessa. That's fun. I know a lot of people. There's someone in the local running club down here in Southwest Florida that has done a marathon, not only in all 50 states, but they've done a marathon. I think they've completed this. They've done a marathon in every continent, believe it or not. So yeah, that's hardcore. How much did the battery cost me? Oh, you have a Chevy Spark? A Spark? EV? I've never heard of Chevy Spark. I remember hearing that name. Is that a California only car? That's the Spark. Because I'm considering the Bolt, but I don't remember details about the Spark. How much range do you get with that? I feel dumb that I don't remember about the Spark, because I have heard about it, but I don't remember much about it. Chevrolet Spark. 2019? Still making them? Oh wow, they're cheap. What? Is that a California only car? Spark. Spark City car. Huh. Okay, so it's a subcompact and it's very inexpensive. It's way less than a Bolt. Wait a second. What's the deal? Why do I not see that advertised anywhere else? What I'm looking at what I'm looking at right now looks fine. Although I'm still looking for how much Well, is this an electric? Oh wait, no. It's a gas. Okay, it's a gas car. Or there is an EV version. At least what I'm seeing online is a 1.4 liter gas car. Okay, let's do. Maybe there's an EV version. I feel dumb for not knowing this because usually, okay, Spark EV, 2016 Spark EV. Okay, so, oh, so they probably don't make that anymore. Okay. So they had a version, but it only had an 82 miles of battery only distance, so it would only kind of be a commuter vehicle. All right. Cool. All right, so that's why I don't see it advertised as a modern, as a present day EV. Interesting. The Bolt has the Bolt. I think the Bolt listed distance, posted distance is something like 238 miles on the charge, which actually is more range than a standard Tesla Model 3 has. You can get a Model 3 that has a bigger battery that has more range than a Bolt, but it costs extra. So, just FYI. Okay. So let's see. Virginia did half, blah blah blah. Vanessa, you end up sore all over for your first 100 miles while learning. Yeah, Vanessa, if you're still learning, like I'm not sure how long you've been riding EUCs, but yeah, when I was learning, I had lots of soreness, especially my ankles. They were always hurting me because I had them pushed against the wheel so hard. Okay, so now back to the Spark. So the Spark was a prototype for the Bolt. That's to do with each state. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So it was a compliance car. Okay. Oh, I see. So it was basically a California car, like I thought. Okay. So that's kind of what I vaguely remembered. Interesting. Oh, so to back up to answer your question, to have my battery replaced with a rebuilt one in the Prius was $895. The actual battery itself they sell for $750, and for another $145, someone from this company drove out from Homestead on the east coast of Florida, drove across to my location on the west coast for $145 and installed it on a Sunday. So I thought I couldn't beat that. You know, the car has 215,000 miles on it almost, so there's I figured that was a stopgap to get me from here until when I decide I can afford a Bolt. That's my thinking. So. Wow. So Vanessa, are you familiar with the Goofy run at Disney? And for you non-runners, what the Goofy is where you run a half marathon. No, you run a full marathon and a half marathon on consecutive days. I'm trying to remember which is which. If you do the full marathon first and then the half marathon the second day, or vice versa, half marathon first and a full the second day. I think it's a full marathon first and then a half the next day, but I might be wrong. But there's some people that wear that as a badge of honor, and that never interested me. Oh, so you okay? Oh, so you do the half the first day and then a full the second day? Oh my God, that's crazy. But there were people in our running club that have done that multiple times actually, and yeah, that's more of a pounding than my body would take for sure. Okay, so Missile, you have a 2014 Spark. From my quick search online, it looks like the last year that they made that was 2016. So. 327 pounds-feet of torque. That is a lot of torque. Wow. That thing had to take off like a rocket. Or it takes off like a rocket. That's a lot of torque. It's a real small vehicle too, so you're not moving a lot of weight. That's cool. And to be honest with you, that would actually work as a commuter for me, because my daily commute is right around 50 miles, so I could probably get by with that, but I've never seen one for sale in the Florida area. Oh wait. Wait, the Goofy is all the 4 of those races at one and over the weekend? 5K, 10K, half, and a full. What? Oh my god. That's what I was referring to. The Goofy run. Okay, I thought it was just a half and a full. I didn't realize it was a 5K, 10K, a half, and a full. Oh my god. Alright, well that's even crazier than I thought, so. Hey, Missile, that has to be hilarious. Off the line, when a muscle car can't pass you, that's pretty funny. That's cool. Bollinger B1 is more my style. It's a Bollinger. Okay, again. Maybe see, this is just old grumpy EUC guy. I don't know what a Bollinger B1 is. Let's look. What is that? That's an EV SUV. That looks interesting. Okay, never heard of this before. It looks like a Bollinger B1. Looks like an old military Jeep almost, but I guess it's an electric vehicle. Just quickly looking at it, I can guess that it's very expensive based on that size. I can't imagine it performs very well, because that looks like it'd be also very heavy. The goal, so this is like a project vehicle. The goal is to start at $60,000 for a 60 kilowatt hour version. Yeah. Interesting. Nope, never heard of the Bollinger B1, but that is an interesting vehicle. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Yeah, it's funny, like even my Prius, if I have a good charge and the battery is really assisting on the acceleration, if I drop the hammer on the Prius, it pulls surprisingly hard. You know, people love to make fun of Priuses, but yeah, it's that electric motor. It has them get up and go, and all you have to do is look at the model, the numbers for the Teslas, and you know, there's incredibly fast. You know, you have so much torque in an electric motor. You sold a lot of Corvette parts. Who has a Corvette? Vanessa has a Corvette? What year Corvette do you have, Vanessa? Oh, so you have a C, that's a C7, I guess? 2016s or C7s, I think, still. The C7 Stingray, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, they're nice. Like, one of the channels that I follow for a long time is Street Speed 717, and his channel it's expanded to cover other vehicles, but he's real big into Corvettes. So yeah, I never owned a newer Corvette. I had a 1988 Corvette for a period of time, and it was one of the biggest pieces of shit ever. It actually had a salvage title, and it seemed like it was literally held together with bubble gum and shoestring. Yeah, that was my experience with Corvettes. It was fun to drive and it sounded cool, but it was. The build quality of Corvettes back then was not good, let me tell you. Not good at all. And it was a 4-speed, or was it an automatic? I don't even remember. I think it was an automatic. Yeah, it was an automatic. Red. If I felt like it, I could find a picture of it, but no. I sold it within about 6 months of buying it, and was very glad I did so. Yeah, the new ones are really nice, it seems. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to look at a C3 Corvette, just take a look inside, and you're not going to be impressed. But I mean, that had to go. That went along with pretty much the build quality of all GM products around that time period. 80s, early 90s, maybe. Not good cars. I've owned a few Chevy cars. Well, I shouldn't say a few. Actually, almost all my muscle cars are GM that I've owned. And I also had a Chevy Citation for a period of time. Remember those? Mid-engine Corvette. Yeah, I've heard about the mid-engine Corvette coming, but nothing solid yet. I'm not really sure why they want to do that. I don't know. Because I think you would have to totally abandon what a Corvette has been forever, since the 50s, well, 60s, I guess. And I don't know. I don't really understand why the push for a mid-engine Corvette, why they want that. But whatever. Rocky top. They called what bathtubs? The dash leaked and held water. What, the Corvettes? I can tell you that those T-tops leak like crazy. My Corvette had one of those T-tops, which were nice. I mean, they were nice to almost simulate a convertible feeling when driving. But yeah, they definitely did leak. Weather stripping sucked. Design sucked. 80s Corvettes, yeah. Yeah, my ex-father-in-law actually had an 80-something Corvette, same deal. Yeah, if there was a hard rain, he would get in and he had a puddle on his floorboards. Not good. And I think he actually threw a lot of money at trying to fix it, replacing weather stripping and stuff, and things still leaked. Still leaked. And he sold that one too. So he should be here soon, real soon. Yeah, so Vanessa, don't leave yet, because Cindy will be here. I was thinking if I stay on here long enough, maybe Marty will show up, but no Marty yet. Reviewing the chat to make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope. I can do muscle ups. Well, I could do muscle ups, Missile. Yes, I did miss some stuff here. Yeah, when I was real big into calisthenics, I would say from like age 40 to 45, I was really into calisthenics. I was affiliated with the Barbarians. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of the Barbarians. They're an online calisthenics group, which is all about basically fitness without using weights. And the muscle up was something that I worked at getting. It's a calisthenics move, basically, where you have a pull-up bar, and what you're doing is you're explosively pulling up, and you're transitioning. You're pulling up hard enough that you're actually getting your chest over the bar, and then you're transitioning over the bar, where you're kind of doing almost a dip, like a bar dip, and you wind up with the bar underneath you. This is on camera, with the bar underneath you at the end of the movement. So that's something that I really worked hard at, and that was another reason that my body weight was so low, because I always felt like if I weighed less, it was easier for me to do those kind of movements. Less weight, more pulling power. So yeah, I could do a muscle up. I haven't tried one in a long time. It's a very hard movement on the shoulders and the elbows, and the older I get, the more problems that I have with my joints. So yeah, I haven't really worked muscle ups in a long time. So if I really try, I could probably get an ugly one after a little bit of practice, but I have not tried lately. It's a good move though. You see guys that can do strict muscle ups where they're not using a lot of momentum and they're just smoothly going from here to here. It takes a lot of strength to do that. But of course, most of those people you see that are doing that are not 6'3" too. So just being tall and doing calisthenics is not always the easiest. Transit Pro Master and Sprinter parts. Oh, okay. So Missile, you sell these parts, but you also have a culinary background. And again, if you told me this before, I I apologize, but I'm old, you know. I'm an old grumpy EUC guy, so my memory's not so great. CrossFitters, yeah. It's funny, like hardcore, strict calisthenics guys kind of, in a way, look down at CrossFitters because of some of the way that they do movements, like most notably their pull-ups. You know how they have these huge, almost like flopping fish pull-ups, you know, where they're using lower body momentum to help propel them over the bar. And you'll see some people that really look down on that, but to me, if you've ever done those pull-ups, I mean, obviously they're not going to work your upper body as much as a strict pull-up where you're not using momentum. But there's a skill set involved in doing those CrossFit style pull-ups, and they are tiring, you know, and to do them one after another is difficult. So I was never as critical about that as some other people are. But yeah, CrossFit's no joke, man. If you want to get in shape, do CrossFit. You know, the weird cult mentality that surrounds it is a little bit off-putting for someone like me, but CrossFit will get you in shape. If you stick to it and do what they say, you will get in shape. Although you will spend a lot of money. CrossFit gyms are very expensive. Yes, kicking or kipping pull-ups is I guess the best way to describe CrossFit pull-ups. Okay, Missile. Thanks for coming in, dude. Appreciate it. Inversions are good for your memory? What do you mean inversions? You mean like an inversion table? Where you're upside down? The way that I try to help my memory is just by being active. I'm always doing something, you know. I still play video games. I try to. My mind is always in a troubleshooting mode. It's always busy thinking about it or doing something, it seems. So that's what I do, but I still, obviously, my memory is not as good as it used to be. Few people's are at this age, I don't. Oh, so you are talking about inversion tables? I don't know. So, I would think an inversion table is also good for strokes. I think I remember reading about some people dying on inversion tables, actually. They became inverted and for whatever reason they couldn't right themselves and they passed out and they eventually died. You know. But no, I've heard of all kinds of. Actually, I haven't really heard of inversion tables being good for memory. I've heard of them being good for your back, you know, kind of stretching out your spine and stuff. But I've never done. You know, not my thing. Yeah. If you could probably Google inversion table death, and you would find some hits. I think actually they had to make some changes to them as a result of some of these problems to make them easier to get out of or something. I don't know. But yeah, inversion table's not my thing. I think Cindy's done them and she likes them, but we do not have an inversion table. But I do have a backyard bar park that you could use as an inversion table, sort of. You could hang from those bars upside down if you wanted to. I've never done it. Oh, it's a way to fight gravity? Well, yeah, fighting gravity would be good on several fronts as an older man, but yeah, not much you can do about it. So Missile's gone. Is Vanessa, are you still here? I don't know. Rocky, I don't know if you're here. Man, I wish Rocky, or not Rocky, I wish Marty would show up. I wonder, like, some of his weekday rides, if he's just doing those after work, because like sometimes he'll post stuff that he's riding midweek, and they seem like lengthy rides. So I wonder if he's just doing that all after work, or if he's actually doing that during the day. I don't know enough about his work situation to know. Although I did find out, based on that video that I posted a week or so ago about my real estate failure investment, that Marty has experience in the real estate business. Yeah, evidently he has some properties in real estate, so good for him. Sounds like they've really worked out well for him. I'm jealous, because mine definitely has not worked out well for me. Not at all. Man, Cindy's not here yet. Damn, I'm getting hungry. She just got a new phone, a replacement phone. Her iPhone 6 battery life was terrible on it, and she got a good deal on a new iPhone 6S. So I might have to help her get migrated on that tonight, maybe. We'll see. Oh, you're still here? You need to figure out the menu before calling it a night. Thank you for the convo. Keep being informative. No problem, Vanessa. I appreciate you stopping in. I don't remember if you were in a prior stream or not. I don't think so. But yeah, I appreciate your support. I'm young and healthy compared to most people in the forum. I don't know. Age-wise, I don't know that I'm that young compared to a lot of people in the forum. 50's not that young. I hope that I don't look 50, but I definitely am 50. I don't know. I've never really done a census of the age of most people in that forum. You know, because I am the grumpy old EUC guy. You know, Marty is older than me, but I don't think he's as grumpy as I am. I'm probably grumpier. Can't help it. Do 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 do. I thought there was something else I wanted to mention. But I forgot. I don't know. Elsa's sitting here under the desk. We had some thunder earlier, so she was hiding. That's what she does. She hates thunder. She doesn't like the sound of rain. Ever since we got the metal roof, she doesn't like the, evidently the rain sounds different to her on the metal roof than the shingle roof did, but it's weird because I can't really tell much of a difference inside, but evidently she can. So whenever it's raining, she is hiding. This is odd that Cindy didn't message anything. She might be getting home now because Elsa's at the window. She might be. And I bet she's going to be hungry. I'm not as old as grumpy as I am. Going postal, yeah. Yeah, you're grumpy, man. I don't know how old you are. I don't know how old you are, but yeah, you're probably older than me, but young at heart, right? That's what matters. You were tagged that I was streaming. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, I never know how good that notification system works for YouTube. I know that they don't send out a notification to all your subscribers. I think it's based on like subscriber viewing habits. Like if you've watched videos on a channel recently, they'll notify you, but they definitely don't notify everybody. Yeah, because I'm up to almost 3,600 subscribers now. So I highly doubt that they all got notifications. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Go see. Who is it? Who is it? Say hello. I am. I'm sitting here, but some people were waiting for you to show up. I said you were going to be home soon.
Oh my gosh. How's my hair?
I don't know.
Is there anything
Say
on
hello.
tea?
No. Yeah, hello. Did you make that shirt too?
No, I didn't make this one. I bought this before you got me the cameo.
Oh, okay.
It's cool though.
I told people that you got a new iPhone today.
Yeah.
And
128. Hi, baby.
Rocky Top says hi.
Hey, Rocky Top. Hello, baby. You want to come up? Did you show? Can you see her?
No, you can't see her. But I told him.
Elsa, come here.
Yeah, she's hiding.
Come here. Come here. Does she know there's a camera? Come here, baby. Oh, what's this?
He's like, no, I don't want to.
Oh, we gotta get her on the phone.
Oh, okay. So Rocky Top says hi. Oh, Going Postal is 57. Okay, well, you're not that much older than me.
What?
What's that?
Don't do what's 57?
No, Going Postal. One of the guys in the channels. He's 57.
Come here.
I'm 50. Go ahead. Okay, there's Elsa.
Did you see her?
Yes,
She's so cute.
Yes, she is very
That's our
cute.
child.
There's our dog child. Did you even see my video from yesterday? Or not yesterday?
Me?
No, the day before, where I put the footage of us in the car with Elsa at the end. Remember how we all got in the Ioniq and drove up the street?
No, I didn't get to see it. I
footage
didn't know
at the end
you
of the
put it
video.
on.
Yeah, put it at the end
Oh,
of
I
the
didn't
video.
get to watch it. I'll watch
Cute.
it then. Just did spin class.
I said you were teaching spin.
Who else on there?
Vanessa Moore, Going Postal, Rocky Top, Missile,
Hi,
Dropkick
girl.
Yeah,
Hi,
girl.
Vanessa.
Yeah. She asked where you were. She's
Oh, cool. Does she ride? Is this?
She rides.
Cool.
She rides and she runs. She's run half marathons and full marathons.
Oh, nice. Oh, my
She's
God.
around our age. She's 51.
Where's she from?
Virginia.
Nice. Oh, it's probably really pretty up there, too.
Cindy, still don't like the tin roof? No, Cindy likes the tin roof.
Hi.
Right? You like the tin roof?
I love the tin roof. Why wouldn't I like it? Just the reception in here maybe is bad on the phone or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely noticed that at least in
That's
here, you get like no reception in your phone in the office now. Other areas of the house you still get reception, but it definitely
And I don't hear
negatively
any
impacted.
special sound with the rain, but I think Elsa hears it.
I mentioned
She's
that Elsa
really
does act differently.
definitely,
Yes.
definitely here. Sorry, baby. I
Yes.
hope she gets better with it, but I don't know.
Oh, Geist is here. That he bought one of my stands. Guys,
Oh, hey,
guys, aren't you?
hi.
You're in Belgium, right, guys? I think.
Is that how you say it, guys?
I don't know.
Or is it
I'm not
geese?
Belgiumese. I don't
Geese?
know. Geese?
Belgiumese.
Guys.
Belgium. Belgium.
I don't know. We call someone from Belgium. I don't know.
Educate us.
We're getting all
But he
of
says
this.
hi, y'all.
Yeah, we're getting.
He says it like a good country boy.
We're getting.
Yep.
We're getting all this international.
Oh, Hace? Like race?
Heis?
But that's how you say it. Well, I would
Heis.
think because the G is silent in
Heis.
other languages.
Okay.
So
Cool. We speak Dutch.
Dutch. Oh, I know some Dutch, but I can't say it. I had a Dutch boyfriend once. But ik hou van jou, isn't that I love you in Dutch?
Ik
hou van jou, I think.
He said yep. I don't know.
But he said yep
Oh,
for
to his name.
Hace.
Heis.
Hace.
See, I would have never gotten Heis out of GYS.
Well, or Heis. But
Jip.
Jip.
That's fine.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You've been on for an hour and 20 minutes?
I don't know. Yeah.
Elapsed time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes! See?
That's how you say
Ik
it.
hou van jou. Well, I hope I said it right, but
Mm.
I speak a lot of Spanish, but
Cindy speaks Spanish well. Very well.
Well, I'm from Miami.
She was able to talk to the installers from Homestead that were doing the Prius
yeah.
battery.
But conversational Spanish is easy.
Yeah.
English is harder. English is a hard language. Oh, unavailable.
There's a telephone that we never ever answer.
We never answer. Oh, wait. Maybe it's not unavailable. I see numbers.
Yeah, it's Erica knows.
Oh, it's Tampa.
Okay, I'm not answering.
Yeah. Unless it's Busch Gardens giving us a free.
After I had my issue with the drone, where I got calls on my cell phone from the park ranger in Wyoming, from Yellowstone, that resulted in almost $1,000 fine for unknowingly flying against park regulations in Yellowstone. I don't answer the phone anymore unless I know who it is. I don't answer the phone.
That was the most ridiculous
Ever.
thing. Calling
I never
on
answer the
Christmas
phone.
Eve.
House line, cell phone, I never answered if I don't know the number calling. So if they
Yeah.
want to talk to me, they will leave a message. That's my attitude.
And that weird hang-up call. Yesterday they called again today and didn't leave
Dutchman.
Dutchman. His name was Franz Van Dyke.
Franz Van Dyke?
Mm-hmm.
Franz? What did you call
Franz.
him? You called him Franz?
Well, they didn't call me Hans, and he was Franz. No.
Was it that rich guy?
What a rich guy.
I don't remember. There's some rich guy that told you how he wanted you to dress and stuff.
Oh, that guy wasn't necessarily rich. He was just a snob.
No.
And he just
So
told me
Franz.
that he wanted me to dress more conservative.
Oh, okay.
That I was too,
I got a voicemail.
colorful.
Oh, that's a number. I've been getting all these messages. I get all these recordings from people asking me what I want to do about my timeshare, which I don't even own anymore. Like, I went to my ex-wife and the divorce, but I still get all these messages from these outfits that want to get you out of your timeshare.
Oh, him. Oh, you know Franz?
Yeah,
That's
well,
funny.
I'm sure he knows Franz.
Wait, Vanessa, what do you ride?
She has a 9-bot. I think it's a 9x1 and
Oh, cool. That was
KingSong
like the first one that
16S.
we, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one that Dana right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the KingSong.
KingSong
Okay.
16S, yeah.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I like the big eye, too. Just because it hurts my feet, I wonder, Vanessa, do your feet hurt?
You know, she says her knees hurt. She was asking me if my knees ever hurt. And I said it's probably more of a byproduct of running and riding, but...
Oh yeah, see that's why I can't ride so much because of like the workouts and stuff that I have to do.
So
did anybody get their little?
I don't think we had those when I sent the
made
Santa
some stickers.
Heis.
Heis.
I have the stuff in the oven.
I know, I could smell it. I've never made acorn squash anything, but a friend gave me some.
Missile was in here earlier. He had to go, but he I guess he has some sort of culinary background. He asked if he used long grain or short grain rice.
Oh, I use arboro rice for
That's what he said. Well, that's long grain.
It's short and fat.
Oh. Well, I think that's what he said.
Arboro rice is nice and short
I thought he said that was the right stuff to use.
I think that's what it.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's what he used.
Maybe he'll comment later.
I put lots of wine in it.
Oh, you tried a V10 and an 18L?
Oh, Nina? Another female rider. Ooh, okay. I like that name, Nina.
So was there a group out there that had both of those wheels? You got to try them? And also, isn't it really late in Belgium right now?
What is the time thing?
Well, I think they're probably at least 6 hours ahead. It's gonna be really late. You're a night owl. Is she?
I have to go make dinner.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Oh, you know what I discovered? I had that box up there to ship, and I found out sitting in the kitchen to ship for you to drop off tomorrow. But if you go over 2 pounds on shipping to that area, it goes from $23 to like $33 or $34 to ship.
You can't find a different method of shipping? Did you try UPS to see if it was cheaper?
No, that's not gonna be any cheaper. It's fine.
Sometimes.
But it's just I didn't know that if you go 2 pounds is a cutoff. If it's 2 pounds 1 ounce, it's 50% more.
Wow.
So yeah, I need to try to keep it under 2 pounds.
Did they know I was a postal worker?
I didn't mention it today, but I think we've mentioned it in the past.
A postal worker.
Okay.
All right.
Food. Okay. Yeah. 2 a.m. Okay, so it's 2 a.m. where Heis is. So obviously you can only type so much, but like what was your impression of the V10 and the 18L? Like, which one did you prefer, and like what was your short feedback on it? Because everything I've heard about the V10F has been positive, really. A little any negative things seem to be very minor. Although Eddie Moy said that he would get an 18L over a V10F, and I'm curious why.
Do you want shrimp with this, or do you want...
Whatever's easiest. I'm kind of hungry, so whatever is fastest.
Shrimp is very fast.
Okay, good.
Who's the culinary person you said? They're gone, right?
Missile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's gone. But he also has a Chevy Spark. Do you remember hearing about the Chevy Sparks?
That's what I almost got.
No, he had a Chevy. No, you almost got a Sonic. Chevy Sonic. No, I think it's called a Sonic.
Oh, okay.
But the Spark was something that they still make a Spark, but it's only a gas version. But they had an EV version of it in California, and it was cheap, but it only has a battery range of like 80 or 90 miles. But Missile has one. All right, so you love the V10 was easier to handle and maneuver than the 18L, really. Because someone earlier was saying that one of the things that they heard negative about the V10F was that it was difficult to turn. So, although I had not heard that myself in any reviews, so that's interesting. How about power-wise? Like, how did the 18L compare to the V10F? Excuse me, I have my feet up on the desk, but you can't really see them. So, purchase got vetoed by Nina. Why did she veto it? What if you sold your existing wheel? You're going. Okay, Rocky. Have fun riding. I wish I was right now, but I'm not.
Wait a minute.
What?
I asked Vanessa if she's a dancer.
I don't know that she's still here.
Oh man.
What?
I was just looking her up. Because I just looked one up and...
All I know is she's a runner, she has an EUC, and she has a Corvette. No.
Oh, you've seen her?
Well, just from the icon I saw here, I don't think so.
Oh, you can show me.
Yeah. Not getting rid of your M Super, yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. Although probably I can see myself selling my M Super V3 to help offset some of the expense of getting a new wheel, whichever wheel that is. Because I feel that no matter what I get, if I get a V10F, 18L, or a 9-baud Z10, they all kind of overlap with my M Super V3, so I would hope to sell that to make it more affordable, whatever I wind up getting. I'm going to drop my pen. Not sure what I would get for it, how much I could get for it, but we'll see. Both pulled up very fast, okay. Speed and distance combined for what? What do you mean? Oh, that's what you get out of the 18L and the V10F. I think they both have similar batteries too, don't they? Don't they have right around 1,000 watt-hour batteries? And I saw that the posted mileage for the V10F is somewhere around 60 miles, maybe. I'm not sure what that translates to in kilometers. The wheel games in France. I've never heard of the wheel games, but I imagine it's people doing acrobatic things on electric unicycles. I've probably seen clips of it before, but no, I do not know that was this weekend. But I probably will see the video. Okay, so you're saying that the VS, performance-wise, is better than the V10 KS18 because of the bigger battery and stuff, and probably equal if not stronger than the motor. Yeah, I get that. Although the build quality of the V10F and the KingSong 18L is far better, in my opinion. Even though the M Super X, supposedly, they are taking some steps to make it a better built wheel, but I still don't think it comes anywhere close to approaching the quality of a KingSong or V10F. They're going to have EUC Polo speed races. Okay. Speed races, really? Interesting. Sounds dangerous. Yes, quality is definitely a Gotway issue, which I've talked about multiple times, multiple videos. That is definitely their downfall. But like I said, it seems like, although I haven't seen it in person, but it seems like the M Super X is built better. And I don't know about the Tesla and the MCM5. I saw Marty's review on the MCM5, and he seems to like it. The specs on it sound interesting, sound good, and build quality, I don't know. I know that I never liked the way that it looked from the first time I saw it. After watching Marty's video, it didn't look quite as ugly in Marty's video, but I'm still not a fan of the styling of the MCM5. Yeah, true. Gotway is younger, and they are smaller. But out of the 9-baud slash Segway, Inmotion, and KingSong 18L, and Gotway, I would think Gotway is still number 4 quality-wise by quite a bit. But they definitely do have the best performing wheels. So if that is your best or your number 1 priority, I understand why you buy Gotways. M103 is a lot of fun. Love that thing. One hour and 31 minutes. I'm just wasting time waiting for supper to be done. Hoping Marty comes in.
Where's Marty?
Well, he's West Coast, although he should be out of work by now, I would think. Well, no, it could be 4:40. Yeah, it's 4:47 in LA, so maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what his work schedule's like. Gotway has multiple factories. That's news to me. I did not know that. I thought they just had one. So you're saying there's multiple suppliers for Gotway parts? So one model might have a shell made by a certain supplier, and another model might have a shell made from a different supplier? That's what you're saying? If that's true, I did not know that either. I learned so much in these streams. You guys educate me. It's good. It's licensed to, okay, so it's licensed to 3 or 4 different producers, really. So producers of what? Like the motor? The system board? The shell? Like what parts? That seems like a strange policy to have, because I would be worried about quality control in a situation like that. Huh. Really, yeah, that's interesting. Where did you get that information from? Like on the forum, or Complete EUC? What is that? A website? Complete EUC. I don't see that on a website, but Oh wait, no. Okay, I understand what you mean. You're saying that the Complete EUC is sourced to certain producers. So like one company is making the MCM5, another one is making the M Super, another one making the ACM. That's strange. So you're saying that those companies make those outside companies make the parts, but they're all assembled at one spot. Is that the case? So you got that information from the forums and an importer. Okay. That's interesting. I wonder if that's a common thing. Like if the other the other companies are bigger, so maybe they just do it all in house. Maybe because of Gotway's size, that's the way that they've handled things up to this point. But that would explain some inconsistency in the quality control, I guess. All right. Well, that's news to me. Cool. And if you mentioned if you need another stand, let me know. I'll hook you up. Just sent one to the Netherlands, or just packed it up. It's going to get shipped out tomorrow. Wouldn't that be crazy if there was an American EUC company, like one that actually made it in the United States? That'd be amazing, wouldn't it be? I don't think we'll ever see it, but yeah, it would be amazing. Cindy.
Yeah.
Do you have this stuff on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for it.
Okay, cool. So we're just going to do the risotto. We're just doing the risotto and shrimp. That's it, right?
There's some beans left over.
Oh, what? Beans?
Green beans from last night.
Oh, okay. No, that's good. No, they're good. Healthy. I was talking about your cooking versus my cooking.
Oh, do you cook?
No. Well, I talked about how I cooked when I was single.
You mean the boxes that you put in the microwave?
Well, Trader Joe's stuff. And
Yeah.
But I used to make my own broccoli, and I could make fish and stuff.
Thank you, Marcus.
I don't.
Don't! Oh my gosh!
Cindy hates when
No. Wait. You hear
listen.
something? Wait, weren't you drinking a lot of Zima when you got on your arom kick?
Probably.
Yeah, he had 3 Zimas in him.
I mentioned earlier how, even though I'm not big into cooking, how I love watching cooking shows with you, like MasterChef and Hell's Kitchen and all that stuff.
And you're always going, you can.
But on the current version of MasterChef, one of the chefs, it's Gordon Ramsay, Joe Luciani, whatever his name is, and then this Hispanic chef named Aaron something.
Sanchez.
Oh, is it Sanchez?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So anyway,
I know his first name though.
So I was drinking some Zimas, and I just started imitating that name, saying Aaron, and I said it enough that it annoyed Cindy. So now whenever I want to annoy Cindy, I just say Aaron Sanchez.
Zima.
I guess Zima.
Packs him with the stand. Oh, that's so funny.
Zima's awesome.
Oh my god.
Do they have Zima over there? I doubt it.
Wait, how many cases? How many did you buy?
I had to buy it by the 6-pack, but I bought the equivalent of 3 cases. So, but I'm getting worried because I'm hearing that they are already running out of stock because it was a summer only product the past 2 years. So I'd like to get some more just to be safe. I probably drank about 2 6-packs so far. Don't you think, Cindy? We need to put some more in so we have plenty for the weekend.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because there's only 3 cold ones.
Oh my god. Bad.
Oh, you lived in the U.S. 20 years? Oh, so Heiss lived in the U.S. 20 years ago when Zima was still readily available. Oh, all right, so see, you appreciate it. Yeah.
He's cool.
Yeah, he is. So you appreciate why it's so awesome. I love it.
Now you love him, right? Now he's the best.
Well, I liked him before, but now I like him even more. Yeah, because I drink beer and stuff, and I'm fine drinking beer, but Zima, it tastes good and has a high alcohol content, so it gets you drunk effectively. Yeah, I like it. I love it. I wish they sold it all the time. I don't know why they ever stopped selling it. But yeah, back then, 20 years ago, it was the deal. Zima was everywhere, even though it was often looked at as like it's a drink for women or whatever. But I know lots of men that drink it. I'm a member of the Zima Permanent Group on Facebook, which is over 1,000 people that are lobbying for Miller/Coors to make Zima full time instead of just a summer seasonal drink. So I don't know do they sell it in Europe? I doubt that they do. I don't think they do. It's too bad. They should. Drink Loncero? No idea what Loncero is. Is that like a clear malt beverage like Zima, sort of? The bottle feels exactly the same. Tastes exactly the same. Yeah, I feel like I should drink a Zima on stream now, Cindy.
What?
I feel like I should drink a Zima on stream to enjoy it live.
Is that a hint? You need one?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
But I got to remember to put some more in tonight. I'll use the ones that are up on the top of the fridge so we get that space back. I've kind of scattered Zima around the house, storage, so I have some on top of the fridge, there's some in the pantry. I think I had some in the laundry room too. Gotta make space. Loncero is a Finnish alcohol pop. Okay. Yeah, I probably like it. I don't drink much, but Zima just tastes good. And I can just twist it off.
Yeah. We need to put some more air in this thing.
Does that feel like?
Woo, baby! Can't tell.
Cindy's delivering my Zima on the Mini Pro. You can tell by your movement. Ah. If you wanted to see if it looks the same as 20 years ago, it does. The bottle's the same. Same general logos. Same twist off top. Cindy still is riding the Mini Pro around. I haven't charged a battery in that thing in a while.
Yeah, it feels flat actually.
Well, I didn't put any extra air in those tires either.
Oh, I thought the other day they were...
I put it in the white one, not the black one.
Oh. Yeah, because the white one's mine.
so good. So good. I wonder how many people actually watch this whole stream. That'd be amazing. It'd be amazing if you watch this whole stream. I should send you Zima. I really should. What about dinner?
I'm making dinner. See, I could serve it to you.
Well, yeah, we're not going to eat in here, are we?
No.
Just don't crash.
I know.
You know, going backwards in there is very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
We just don't get to use the mini pros very much.
I'm here for entertainment. That's why you
Oh, no, it's good. I mean, if someone would watch this entire stream, I've covered so many things. There's lots of entertaining moments.
What have you covered?
So if you can get through the downtime. Well, the name of this stream is Am I the Grumpy Old EUC Guy Now? That's why I titled the stream.
What did you call it? You're the grumpy old EUC guy?
The title of the stream is Am I the Grumpy Old EUC Guy Now?
Why are you?
Well, because I had
the oldest one, are you?
No, because I'm the one that points out when people do stupid things on riding EUCs. Like there's another guy today that I saw that did something that I thought was kind of reckless, and I commented on it. So I said, "Am I the grumpy old EUC guy?" Well, that's because I'm the grumpy old EUC guy.
You can be grumpy, but you have a lot of commentary on a lot of things. You like to comment.
Yeah, customs would stop. Yeah, I'm sure you're not allowed to ship Zima.
You cannot ship alcohol.
All right. Well, Cindy's a former postal worker, so she knows. So now you technically cannot ship it, but if you don't say it's alcohol, maybe you can. I don't know.
Acceptable.
Postal. Have you ever had Zima? If not, you should. A lot of beer distributors carry it. We actually got mine at Walmart. Walmart carries it seasonally. And who else? Total Wine had it. I don't know if they have it this year or not. I don't know. There's 6 people right now. Lately, I've heard from Going Postal and Heiss. No Marty.
No Marty? I love Marty's voice.
Oh, I talked about a million different things. I mean, if someone watched this whole stream, it'd be amazing.
Wow. Well, if they have nothing else to do.
Well, I'm impressed. Oh, do you want to see these stickers? These are the stickers that I've been throwing in with the EUC orders. Cindy made these. She's going to be making some different ones, but these are just like cool little stickers that we just printed on the inkjet. She's going to get fancier. She's learning how to do more and more sticker stuff on her Cameo Silhouette 3. Barrel Sharkley's here now. Oh, so Postal, you never had a Zima? It's refreshing. It's citrusy, and it doesn't taste like alcohol, but it has 5% alcohol content. So I find the end result is you drink it quickly because it tastes good. And some people even go crazy and mix it with other things like Chambord. And one time I mixed this with vodka a while ago, and that was a disaster. That hammered me. But my point is, because it tastes good, you find yourself drinking them quicker, so the effect is better. Yeah. You never heard of Zima? Really? Oh, wow. Listening while you work? Okay, well, I'm not working. I'm just wasting time till Cindy's done making supper. See, this is half gone already. It's that good. It really is. Oh, have I discussed I'm sorry, Barrels Sharkley. Yeah, I discussed the Z10. I discussed how I'm on the list to get one to eval after House of Job in New York City, I think. But it's funny because I talked to Jason about it months ago. We had just emailed back and forth, and he said something about me meeting up with Jason in person, I guess, just to test it. But I didn't actually realize the plan to like have it kind of travel across the U.S. It's supposed to go to House of Job in New York City, then to me, then I'm supposed to send it to Chooch in Denver, and then he's supposed to send it to Marty. And all for us to give our feedback on it, and then supposedly Jason is hoping to do the same thing with the 18L. So I think it's a smart thing. It gets Jason publicity, and also it's going to get a good diverse opinion from the four of us, as we all are different riders, different styles. So I think it'll be good for the potential customer as well to get some feedback. Hopefully it's all good feedback. I'm kind of worried about the Z10 based on some of the stuff I've heard. It's not going to quite live up to expectations, but I'll give my honest opinion, and as I'm sure everybody else will as well.
Yeah.
You're done? Is it ready? Seriously?
I gotta get water, but
Okay.
do you want to see what we're having?
Okay, yeah, you can bring it in.
It's just simple.
Cindy's going to display dinner.
Okay. Just green beans and some shrimp, just grilled with a little garlic and stuff.
Acorn squash risotto.
Acorn squash risotto. I think it's hard to see. Can you see
Right,
it?
yeah, well, you can see that definitely. Don't drop it on me.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
All right, I was going to pound my Zima quick.
Bye, guys. QVC channel for Zima.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? He's like obsessed with it. And did you tell him about the wonderful shirt I made for you that you haven't worn yet?
I have worn it.
When did you wear it? One time. Okay.
I wore it to the movies.
Did you tell him I wore it? I made it for you?
Yes, Cindy made it hang in the closet.
Okay.
I think we showed it on the stream, actually. We did.
Oh, I think you did.
We did.
Yeah, you're right.
Cindy actually made me, from scratch, a Zima t-shirt where she duplicated like the Zima logo just from various geometric shapes and cut it out on the Cameo, and then applied it to a t-shirt with a heat press, and yeah, very cool. Bon appetit. Can't wait to hear about the 18L. Yeah, I can't wait to ride the 18L and the V10F, or not the V10F. I wish I was on the group to get the V10F to test, but I wasn't good enough. There was like a post or something where you put in to like be a V10F early tester, and I did put in for that, but they did not approve me. So yeah, they're a loss. Are you seriously ready? Okay. I'm just going to quick finish this Zima. So what are we watching tonight? Are we watching Humans, or are we watching, what else is on there?
We have Stew You with
We have Master Chef?
Yeah.
Oh. So we might be watching Aaron Sanchez with dinner. We usually eat dinner in the great room. I have a coffee table that elevates. It's funny. It's normal coffee table height, but it has a hinge system in it that brings it up and up to eating level when you want it, or like when we eat there, and then after we're done eating, we just drop it back down to the coffee table level. Bought it on Craigslist. I think it was $150. It's awesome. Oh yeah, I agree. If the Z10 survives all that, it'll be. I mean, I'm sure all of us. I mean, I know myself that I'm gonna really do my best to test it as thoroughly as possible, and just answer some of the questions that I see posted out there, and I'm sure the other three guys will as well. So I would say at the end of the cross-country tour, we will know definitively if the Z10 is hype or actually a decent wheel. We'll see. I know it looks good. I still like the way it looks. Just hopefully it doesn't perform like shit.
We also didn't come for an ice cube.
No, she's sitting here in her cute pose. She's sitting like almost Sadie does.
She says that.
You should see her. I don't see her do that very much.
She does it all the time.
But her head between her paws like this?
And her feet out like a frog.
Aww.
Her legs out like a frog.
Elsa's such a good girl. She's so good. Yes, Chooch is mortal too. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that he realizes yet, but he will. Sometime.
You chugging it?
I only have one sip left. That's so good. It's really good. I don't usually have Zemo on a weeknight, so this is a special occasion. So we only have 2 in there right now, right? That are cold?
Yeah, you should put some more in there.
No, I'm gonna.
Here's Zemo control. Yeah,
It's going.
that's it.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sign off, buddy.
All right. Dinner is officially served. I appreciate people that have stopped in. And if this is your first time stopping in, although it's probably not, because you wouldn't get notified that I had to live stream unless you're a subscriber, more than likely. But feel free to give it a big thumbs up if you found this interesting, and I dare you to try to watch the entire stream. It'd be amazing if you did. Although you're probably a subscriber, feel free to Just only one Zemo, wow. Feel free to recommend the channel to somebody else. I would appreciate that. And yeah, that's all I got for you for now. Till next time, Duck Man.